I would like to talk to you about ABM. But the first thing I want to talk to you about, which is on the next slide, is what are you doing to identify, to nurture, to bring on board your next best customer? Now, I believe that you all know who your best customers are, but who's next in line? And when I ask this question to many of my customers, they go, well, not a whole lot. I'm going to suggest to you that ABM, or account-based marketing, is the tactic that you can deploy to do just that. Now, ABM is a very precise, targeted, personalized, and measurable process. It's acquisition. Its focus is on a specific set of high-value prospects, the people who look like your best customers. Now, here's where marketing and sales have to collaborate and coordinate to deliver an increasingly personalized experience, because these are the people that we want. Let's move to the next slide and see what's going on. Now, what we've got here is a word cloud or a word salad of all the three-letter acronyms I could think of at the moment. But there are a few that are very important that I'm going to direct your attention to. The first one, of course, is ABM, account-based marketing. The next one, which is at the center of the success, is ICP. No, that is not Insane Clown Posse. It is your ideal customer profile, or how well you can describe those customers who bring in the greatest profit, not revenue, but profit. Now, also in here, you're going to see TAM, T-A-M, or the total addressable market, and CLV, customer lifetime value. Now, if you suspect that what I'm going to do here is to drag you from the present into the future, to advocate for longer-term thinking and longer-term strategies, well, you are absolutely right. And I'm going to come back to this ICP because the ICP is your GPS for profitability. Let's go a little further into this on the next slide. Excuse me. This shows the arc of personalization, and personalization has always been a buzzword. Personalization, when we're on the left and talking about the TAM, or the total addressable market, well, we tend to be concentrating on the other three-letter acronym, FAM, which is fog a mirror. Target market is wide, target market is broad. Many people have said, I've never met a sale I didn't like. We need to refine this. It's too broad, and there are our next best customers lurking in there. We need to find where they're lurking. So the ICP is going to help us to get deeper and more profitably into targeted institutions. When we say personalization, when we start off here on the left, our idea of personalization is generally Dear Santa, because we don't know much more. We have made assumptions. We're out there swinging for the fences. And I understand that, because in the early stages of corporate maturity, well, it's, hey, what's the net new? How many sales did we make today? But sales are going to generate revenue, and what we're after right now is profit. So let's think about that ICP again, because not every prospect is going to turn into a long-term relationship. What we want to do is we want to find those people who do. So the next step we take is to do research and to get in touch with the personas, or what are the archetypes of the people who are making a decision? Who are the senders? Who are the approvers? Who are the learners? What are their responsibilities in here? To the corporation? What are their responsibilities to themselves? What are the drivers? What are they looking for? How do they express what they need? Now, from this, we construct a consideration journey or a buying journey, and we try and use content marketing to populate that consideration journey with what folks need to move on to the next step and eventually hire us for training. Well, with ABM, we're going to go one step further, and we're going to start meeting the actual people and talking to those actual people, even though they are annoying customers, but we have to talk to them. So let's go to the next slide and see what we do with all this. ABM is all about acquiring revenue. And so what we're going to do is to take these companies and we're going to treat them, and it might be a company, it might be a group, it might be a cohort that represents your next best customer, and we're going to treat them as a market of one. We spoke about research, and we have to do modeling. Let's go back to those three-letter acronyms, and we want to measure CLV, or customer lifetime value. What are the components? What are the attributes? What is the taxonomy of those companies that have the greatest customer lifetime value? Another way of expressing customer lifetime value is I want to find the customers that stay longer and buy more. Skipping down a bit, how is this all possible? It's only possible with the commitment of higher management. Nothing happens unless they walk the talk. And what they must do is implement the systems of measurement and accountability so the ABM process gets a chance to flourish and mature while everybody else is looking at, well, what did you sell today? The next slide, please. Why ABM? Because you're building for a profitable future. You're nurturing the set of your next best customers. Now, here's an interesting aside. Many times when I talk to our customers, about where they are with their next best customer, they say, well, we got a lot of sales, and this group over here represents the largest component of our customer base, but that's not who we really want. Well, good luck with that. With ABM, we're going to go for a more efficient, more productive use of our resources and generate the highest ROI of any of these tactics. Where do we want to end up? Well, I mentioned research to you before. And when doing research on behalf of one training company, I was interviewing a very highly placed individual in prospect company, a customer company. And I said, you know that I am representing customer A. And what I'd like to ask you is, what is the most important value that you get from company A? And what they said to me is, my salesperson is part of our team. They understand what we need, what we want, and they help us get it. And that's where you want to be.